Okay. Tomorrow's Mail, and it looks like Ofsted's school ratings are based on how woke the school is. Leo, tell me more.
Yeah, basically, a lack of gender identity teaching has been cited as one of the reasons for several primary schools being downgraded by Ofsted inspectors. So, two of the schools failed to teach pupils about gender identity and gender diversity.
Yeah.
And another one had not taught pupils about gender reassignment. And I don't like why is this an insistent thing? Why have children got to be taught about gender diversity, gender identity, gender reassignment? No wonder China's doing better than us. They learn about maths and programming and stuff like that that's actually useful in 2022. This, gender woo-woo ideology, it's just introducing ideas to children's heads that they're not really at the stage to understand all this stuff. Gender is as we know, it's a social construct. So why, teach some sort of made-up ideology? I mean, we know that there's two genders, men and women, and then there's also a bunch of people who want attention by saying, no, I'm bun gender.
Well, Leo, you ask why schools are teaching at primary level this kind of stuff. I've got an answer I would suggest, which is there is now an agenda to actually make people trans.
Right. What's the... Because,
or at least to create an environment in which a girl that's a bit of a tomboy that enjoys, I don't know what, rugby and Action Man, has got to actually be told, well, no, what it is, you see, you're probably a boy trapped in a girl's body, almost like brainwashing. Ed, I know you won't agree. What do you think? Why is it being taught in schools?
I just want to note that it's a Daily Mail article.
One of the best newspapers in the country.
I'm just in final talks about doing a column, so you'll get nothing from me.
I'm in final talks about getting a free copy.
Yeah. Well, since the closure of Russia Today, a lot of my career dried up.
Yeah. I just think it's paranoia, really. I don't think it's true.
Do you want to be sort of explaining to 7-year-olds that there are men that think they're a woman?
No, of course.
Because I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. But is it the business of a 7-year-old to think about that?
It's one of these things. It's like, why have a focus on this? We could be teaching anything. We could be teaching the mating rituals of guinea pigs, or the formation of the Andes Mountains. But why pick this one particular thing?
If you look at the article, If you look at the detail of the article, it says it's not really an issue.
But Ofsted have taken note, have they not, that these important aspects were not raised in the classroom? That Ofsted want to see evidence that schools are addressing trans issues at primary level.
Yeah.
Because my feeling is it's just absolutely at secondary you've got to. If you're talking about 14 and 15-year-olds, equip them for the big bad world, Leo. You'll need to have a class where you say to the teenagers, hey, the world is very diverse out there. There are some people, there are men who love other men, there are women who love other women, and there are some people who feel that they're in the wrong body. And that is a conversation you have at 15 or 16. Maybe not at 5.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we're seeing an explosion in the number of referrals to gender reassignment clinics. So the Tavistock in London has seen a 5,000% increase in the number of gender referrals. So it's becoming
how many? To how many people, though?
Well, loads. Loads and loads.
Have I gone
there
too
we are,
far?
science.
No, there are. Yeah, we do need to move on. Have I gone too far by saying that there's almost an agenda to sort of like push transitioning?
Yeah,
I can't stress that there's nothing wrong with it. I feel there's an agenda just to say to kids, "Oh, I think you're a boy rather than a girl."
Yeah, and it's
or is that a conspiracy?
No,
theory?
I think in America you're seeing the sort of capitalist drive to push more people through the system that's generating a lot of money for the clinics. I'm unsure of the ideological drive to do it in this country, and I think we do need to have some sort of checks and balances. To have such a rapid social change in such a small period of time, especially with things that cause long-term effects, changes to your body, sterilisation and things like that. This could be storing up a medical absolute scandal for 10 years' time.
Ed, I don't want to kind of dominate this conversation, so you right to reply before we move on. What do you think?
again, I think society is a much better place now than it was 20 or 40 years ago, when such things were frowned upon.
What about 5 years ago?
Well, possibly 5 years. 5 years ago.
So, do you see parallels, therefore, with the way that being gay was actually, I mean, a few decades ago, a crime?
It's illegal. Yeah.
And do you see parallels with that and trans people?
Yeah, I do. I think being open about it, and I think saying it's part of life, is not a crime.
Yeah. No, I mean, I absolutely agree. But to teach it on the curriculum to 5-year-olds, why do they need to have the ideas in their head?
But they don't seem to be. That's
the schools that don't do it are getting downgraded by Ofsted. That's what we're seeing here. And we're seeing a huge, an insane rise in gender reassignment amongst kids. And delayed puberty through puberty blockers.
Well, I mean, maybe that's because there has been a dam and the dam has burst.
That's possibly
What
true.
do you think? Something's burst, Leo.
Something's burst. Yeah, it's madness. I just don't see it as a tsunami.
Okay.
Maybe I'm a fool.
Well, you're definitely not a fool, and it's all about opinions on headliners and on this channel, and I appreciate what Ed and Leo have had to say in equal measure. Lots more big opinion to come. After the break, should robots have rights? Are builders becoming too woke? And a drug-smuggling monkey. See you in 120 seconds.